The majority of our time in June was spent really digging into the standards and trying to better understand what they say and what they mean. So the standards really have three strands: writing, reading, which is made up of foundational, information, and literary standards, and then speaking and listening. In K2, there are 9 standards for writing and 4 foundational for kindergarten, 12 informational, 11 literary. For first grade, the same. And then for second grade, there are 2 foundational reading standards, 3 informational, and 12 literary. And all the primary grades have 8 speaking and listening standards. So each primary grade has 44 ELA standards total. In grades 3 through 5, third grade has 11 writing standards, and fourth and fifth grade have 12 writing standards. For reading, all the intermediate grades have 2 foundational standards, 13 informational standards, and 12 literary standards. And then all intermediate grades have 8 speaking and listening standards. So depending on the grade, each intermediate grade has either 45 or 46 ELA standards. For 6th through 8th grades, grades 6 through 8 all have 12 writing standards, all have 13 informational and 12 literary reading standards, and all have 8 speaking and listening standards. So grades 6 through 8 each have 45 English language arts standards. And in grades 9 through 12, in writing, there are 12 standards. In reading, there are 13 informational and 12 literary. And speaking and listening, there are 8. So each grade 9 through 12 has 45 ELA standards. As I mentioned before, there are 3 strands. The strands are writing, reading, and speaking and listening, and each of those strands is broken up into different sections or focuses. So I'm going to go through those here in a moment. So in writing, the standards are broken up into, we can think of these as purposes for the standards, questions that the standards answer. And so under text types and purposes, these standards are really after what is this work and what is its purpose? What is this piece of writing and what is its purpose? The production and distribution standards are really all about how can I make this piece of writing work better? Research to build and present knowledge is really about how can I learn what I want to know? And then language and writing is about what language skills support writing. And then the range of writing is just all about, can I write differently for different purposes and different audiences? In reading, you have key ideas and details, craft and structure, integration of knowledge and ideas, language and reading, and then range of reading and level of text complexity. So for key ideas and details, these standards are really about what does a text say? For craft and structure, students are thinking about what does this text do? What are the things that the author does in this text that make it work? And then for integration of knowledge and ideas, the students are really after what does this text mean? Looking into meaning. Language, of course, what language skills support reading? And then range of reading and level of text complexity we'll get into a little bit later, but it's asking what level of complexity is this particular text that students are reading. And then for speaking and listening, there are 3 categories: comprehension and collaboration, presentation of knowledge and ideas, and then, of course, language in speaking and listening. So comprehension and collaboration is really all about how do I understand and engage with others. Presentation of knowledge and ideas is about how do I help others understand and engage with me. And then the language standards here are about what language skills support speaking and listening. And we are going to pause for a quick knowledge check.